Okay, so we're looking at some quote integration examples from your public shaming response papers. And these are actually from your papers, and I want to go over what I'm seeing so that you can rectify this before I grade it. Okay, let's look at this one. He was rude to a Chick-fil-A worker on YouTube. He had to sell his house to move to a new one. This is incorrect because the sentence doesn't actually end until this period is completed, the sentence. Okay, so also you need a space in between the quotation and the citation. The rest of this looks pretty decent, except there's that period again. Make sure to give a space. And this is considered a standalone quote. We don't like that. So you could blend it with the last sentence like this. Remember, it has to be grammatically correct, and if we're going to blend with people who slip up in these ways can be fired, threatened with violence, or even stalked. This isn't social justice. It's a cathartic alternative. So we will change this to bracket lowercase t to show that it matches this sentence because we don't capitalize the sentence in the middle of it. Let's see. People who slip up or even stalked. And I would change this to make it. There we go. Next example. Researchers discovered that it takes a minority of just 5%, that's one word, to influence a crowd's direction. Now, we don't need the comma here, but we do need the space in between the quotations there and the author. We also need a space in between that, which means if something goes viral online or spreads around the school, the more likely that it is everyone will tag along. Okay, now they have the citation right after the quote, which is totally fine. You can also have it right here at the end of the sentence, whichever you choose. I'll keep it where it is. Next one. Today, public shaming is all about making fun or absolutely destroying someone online. Herd mentality does not need to be capitalized. And herd mentality is a phrase, so if you want to put it in quotes, you can. And it's a phrase, so it is a lowercase. It is not a proper noun. But this looks awkward given that it's next to another quote. So herd mentality is, you've already said something called herd mentality. Follow without realizing it. Okay, this quote direction you'll notice right here is going the wrong way. That means you've included a space, and I will be marking you down for something like that because it's just careless. So it should go facing the text next to it, space in between that. This is also just poor planning here. Make sure that you spell check the person's last name. Now, obviously, a proper noun is not going to be able to be spell checked by the computer, but you need to check it yourself. Look at the document, look at the text, make sure that it matches. Be your own journalist here and fact check. It also takes you to public shame. Okay, next thing right here. Publicly shame someone. Jon Ronson, we don't ever want to do this. We want our citations here to speak for our commentary and our quotes here. So let's cut out Justine Sacco's tweet. Going to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white. Ronson was a horrific example of public shaming in today's modern technological era. Space, author's last name, quo, pair, punctuation at the end. The only reason why I've allowed this exclamation point is because that's the only time if you have a quotation mark, if you have an exclamation mark or a question mark, that's the only time that you can include that in a quote and not have it be considered incorrect grammatically. Okay, thanks for watching.